Top 10 Best Xbox Games. Since we were kids, video games gave us hundreds of hours of happiness and entertainment. Today, the universe of video games is infinite, and Xbox isn't a stranger to it. Meet the best games of this year. Press start and let's begin! Number 10. The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. We start this adventure with one of the most dynamic, fantastic, and entertaining Xbox video games. Developed hand-in-hand with the French company Dontnod Entertainment based in Paris, the game went on sale on June 26, 2018 through Square Enix. The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit is a game created especially to transport us to our childhood, producing an atmosphere of nostalgia, emotions, and sensations of our childhood age. Those typical moments when we wanted to be superheroes.
Captain Spirit is here!
The main character in this story is Chris, a 9-year-old little boy who lives in a nice neighborhood. He, along with his toys and imagination, will manage to transform a common Saturday day into an endless number of adventures. The game's narrative is written with an adult language, so the adventures with Chris will make you feel like you're going back in time when you were still a child. Hours of entertainment are guaranteed, as the directors behind this game won the BAFTA award for Life is Strange. Number 9. Far Cry 5. Over the years, this entertaining franchise has become one of the favorites by the Ubisoft lovers. Little by little, this saga has been consolidated thanks to its fun action-adventure theme. It was launched on March 27, 2018, and since this is the last chapter of the Far Cry franchise, it has a very special story. The events occur specifically in Hope County, Montana, a peaceful and big place with a community that enjoys its daily life. Unfortunately, all this is threatened with the arrival of the preacher Joseph Seed and his religious fanatics, the same who call themselves the Project at Eden's Gate. Preacher Joseph proclaims himself as a prophet and seeks to save the entire population of Hope County from the final judgment. Although the pastor doesn't resist his capture, the members of his cult knock the Special Forces helicopter down, causing Seed to escape with his followers and retaliate against the few survivors of the resistance. This is where the player has the opportunity to be a part of the armed conflict against the preacher and his demented religious cult. The objective of the game is to create a resistance and give peace to the small county of Hope, a game capable of giving you tons of hours of entertainment thanks to its multiple weapons, vehicles, and natural settings. You have to play it now! Number 8. Dragon Ball FighterZ. The fans of this great Akira Toriyama anime are more than happy with this wonderful 2.5D perspective fight video game, which was released on January 26, 2018 through the well-known company Bandai Namco Entertainment. For many analysts and video game critics, the Dragon Ball FighterZ is considered the best fighting game of all the Dragon Ball franchise. It was also a complete success in terms of sales. This latest edition has managed to sell about 2 million copies around the world in its first week of official launch at the beginning of the year. This game has a 3-against-3 combat system. You can choose different characters of the Dragon Ball world and control one at a time, managing to exchange them during the battle at any time. You can choose from a classic Kamehameha to an epic Genki Dama. Among the most attractive characters for this edition, we have the legendary Super Saiyan Broly, Black Goku, and Goku's father Bardock. The best combos you've ever seen and the best scenes seen in the anime will also be a part of its deluxe edition. You can play it at 60 frames per second with a quality of 1080p. Take into account that you can enjoy a higher resolution on Xbox One X. Number 7. A Way Out. Continuing with action-adventure video games, our Xbox controls will take us to a third-person perspective adventure. Developed by the video game company Hazelight Studios based in Stockholm, Sweden, it was launched worldwide on March 23, 2018 by the distributor Electronic Arts. This is the second video game directed by Joseph Fares, the same one that had in his possession the direction of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. A Way Out is the perfect way to have fun with your best friend or brother, since you can only play it in cooperative mode with the split screen for 2 players. During the campaign of the game, you and your partner will have to control Leo and Vincent, 2 convicts who escape prison looking for their freedom at all costs. For this, they must avoid the authorities in a million of possible ways. The stories are developed separately, but they must get together to survive this incredible persecution. To make the famous video game scenes, the director Joseph Fares resorted to the famous motion capture technique. That's why the game A Way Out is so realistic and impressive. Run, man, run! Number 6. Full Metal Furies. From the same creators of the fantastic Rogue Legacy, this action-adventure game developed by Cellar Door Games comes to our hands and to our consoles. Full Metal Furies is a purely cooperative role game, so teamwork is necessary to be able to defeat all the space enemies throughout this fantastic adventure. The characters are Triss, Meg, Aaron, and Alex. All of them have the dynamic skills of striking, dodging, defending, and special movements. The story unfolds in a world destroyed by a war and in an environment that's about to be extinct. You can play for hours in solo mode and practice your skills using its fighting mechanics of 2 characters, where you can use Triss and change it to Meg or any of the other 3 characters during your game. Delightfully apocalyptic and entertaining. Number 5. Monster Hunter World. This is no doubt one of the best video games that the famous Capcom company has given us this year. Its international launch was on January 26, 2018, and was part of the Monster Hunter series. This new version is designed under the concept of an action-adventure game in an open world. The game has a third-person perspective mode, and you'll have to take the role of a hunter discovering a new continent. Your main mission will be to track and kill the scariest monsters in epic battles that only Monster Hunter World can offer you. Since you're a great hunter, you must use all your intelligence and skills to achieve the desired goal of dominating these ferocious beasts. Thanks to the multiplayer, you can play with your friends against any threat that may appear throughout the story. The game has become the fastest Capcom title to be sold since its release date. Quite a milestone for the historic Japanese company Capcom. Number 4. NIER AUTOMATA Become as Gods Edition. It was released for Xbox in June of 2018 and is a sequel of the game NIER of 2010. It was developed by the Japanese company Platinum Games and published by Square Enix. This video game is considered an action role-playing game where you'll have to take the role of the command androids of the Yorha units against machines created by aliens. During the game, you'll have access to 3 different androids, 2B, 9S, and A2. The same ones that can change between melee and ranged attacks. It's in this last mode where you can use from simple shots to super hammer attacks of great impact. Boom! Among the different types of weapons that the game offers are the short swords, long swords, spears, and bracelets. Also, you can combine them when attacking to create incredible combos.
Close-range combat is advised.
I know.
NIER AUTOMATA offers you an open and desolated world with graphics at 60 frames per second, giving you an incredible experience when maneuvering your androids around the environment. Number 3. Dark Souls Remastered. Without a doubt, this is one of the best remasters that a classic action and adventure game ever had. It was developed by the Japanese company FromSoftware and was launched to the market by Namco Bandai Games. Dark Souls Remastered was available since May 2018, maintaining the basic concept of exploration. The game takes place in an open world where you must complete different missions in order to unlock new paths. The classic bonfires are distributed throughout the environment, serving the user as checkpoints for each level that the story requires. If you want your characters fully recovered, you'll have to let them rest, since it completely restores their hit points. An important feature is the humanity system, since there are 2 fantastic ways in which our character can move throughout the game: the human form and the hollow one. The remastering of this entertaining video game has achieved an incredible quality, reaching 1080p and 60 frames per second, a total success. The adventures and Dark Souls are secured with this game. Number 2. Celeste. At some point, we've emerged into the fantastic and colorful environments of Mario Bros. World. If you're one of those, you'll feel comfortable with this game developed by the Canadians Thorson and Noel. At first, this game was created as a prototype in just 4 days during a game jam, which is a brief meeting of a maximum of 24 to 72 hours where programmers, game designers, artists, and writers create new video games. This video game was launched to the international market on January 25, 2018, where you control a little girl named Madeline as she tries to ascend to the top of Celeste Mountain, which has more than 700 screens of difficult challenges and secrets. Celeste has a wonderful soundtrack, which was even a finalist in the Excellence in Audio category at the Independent Games Festival. An important fact is that Madeline has a lightning ability that allows you to continue climbing the mountain while discovering new and fascinating mysteries. Number 1. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Our first place is occupied by one of the most amazing video games. Developed and released by Ninja Theory, Hellblade is the perfect alternative for those who love fantastic adventures. It was inspired by Norse mythology and Celtic culture. The protagonist, Senua, is a warrior who has to travel to Helheim to recover the soul of her deceased lover from the hands of the god Hela. To achieve this, you'll have to defeat different entities and monsters from other worlds. You'll face a lot of different challenges throughout history. The most interesting thing about this game is found in the union of solving riddles, psychological terror, and the inevitable hack-and-slash style, in which the combat is prioritized. The experience of fighting in another world will keep your Xbox turned on for hours. If you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and activate notifications. Don't forget to share it with your gamer friends. See ya in the next adventure of TrendMax.